Hello and welcome to part 17 of my Let's Play of Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. We are nearing the end of the first half of the game. When last we left, we successfully raided the Duke's home or mansion or whatever. We didn't exactly get what we wanted, but we did get some information about the whole Laguz trade and slave and stuff like that. So we chased the Duke and the mysterious bird-like creature, or Laguz, to this Serene's forest. Now, this map is going to be a little bit different than others. It's actually I love this map. I wish there was more like it in the game. Basically, there is 4 different maps for just this part. So I will be splitting up the videos into 4 separate things, and they'll be trailing after this. But along the way, at the beginning of each new map, you can call in reinforcements. And those reinforcements will appear where you would spawn, kind of like how the enemy spawns work. So you not only have to plan for the map that you're on, but you have to plan. You have to keep some people back, some good people back, in order to call them in for reinforcements, so that you don't put their lives at jeopardy when they get called. So it's a neat little twist, and I wish there was more maps like that. You know, something of a progressional nature than simply clearing out one board of enemies. But this first one is pretty straightforward. You did see when I went through a bunch of the enemies that there a lot of them had some of the killer variety type of weapons. So those need to be a little bit watched out for. But it is a bit of a should I say challenging. It's not really that much of a challenging, but it is the first part of the group, so expect it to be a little bit easier than moving forward. Also, one other little quick note when starting the game is you want to make sure that your equipment is good and can last 4 maps, basically. You won't be able to go to the shops in between deals. I don't remember off the top of my head if you can hit your inventory in between the different things. But I know you can't go to the shops and whatnot. The best way to kind of go about this particular map is, one, you're going to want to, again, split your team up, you know, left and right. There's going to be more enemies on your right side than on your left, so you don't have to really worry about that too much. The baddies are also pretty well grouped, and this is even in the harder difficulty settings. Like, for instance, you saw at the beginning there were 3 swordsmen, and then there were 3 axe over here. They're pretty well grouped so that you can pretty much plan out your attacks from the trilogy standpoint, or the rock paper scissors standpoint. Other than that, watch out for the poison weapons and the killer weapons, and it should be a pretty straightforward deal. A couple of things in addition to, you're really going to want to strive. This is the last map basically at the halfway mark. Things really change after this map, so you want Ike to be max leveled by the end of these 4 maps. So if you haven't done that yet, you're going to want to focus kind of heavily on that. Also, you should be pretty darn close to seeing some promotions in here as well. And I do believe we reach 2 in this section of the playthrough. At least if you haven't given anyone bench XP or whatever, you know, obviously, you know, you could get a little bit ahead, but this is pretty much without. I haven't used any bench XP on my primary folks. The only people that I've really used XP on is like Mist and stuff like that, just because I need her to be leveled up a little bit more than what she was, but I don't want to actually use her to level her up. So this is a pretty close to non-bench XP. It'll change a bit when we get towards the end, but right now it is it's pretty much all natural as far as leveling goes. And as always, you have to watch out for the folks that appears down below, or for the enemy spawns. You know, they'll spawn all over the place on this map. And I have Volk on here. Really, there's really not much of a use for him as far as theft goes. Yeah, there's going to be some opportunities to get some stuff, but really nothing overly critical. You don't have doors or chests or anything like that. The only real reason why I got him in there, you know, he's a good one to do some quick, small attacks and get some XP that way. Also to spread out the whole needing some strong folks to come with you or to pop up in the next coming maps and everything like that. So it's a little bit playing through. If you don't want a thief on this map, if you don't have them leveled up or don't really care about leveling them up, then there's really no big it's no big thing if you want to exclude them for this go. And here we go. The first promotion for the game. Mia. And she becomes even more awesome than what she was before. She's definitely if you're gonna have a sword individual like that of her class, I guess you have Stefan and maybe a few others or whatever. She's definitely gonna be the one that will outclass them. And since I promoted her, I'll pretty much be, I won't be using her as much in this stuff, trying to get the others leveled up and promoted as well. And that pretty much will do it for part 1. Please join me for part 2. As always, thanks for watching. God bless.